morning and welcome everyone.
Good morning.
My name is Amber Almanza and it is my privilege to be the principal of Don Jose Gallego Elementary School. It is such an honor to have all of you here today, superintendents, board members, members of the family, district leaders, fellow principals, and of course, our wonderful Gallego elementary staff who served under the leadership of Ms. Guadalupe Lupita Cortez. Thank you for taking the time to join us in this special occasion. Gallego Elementary is a campus with a proud history and a strong sense of community. One of my favorite things about Gallego is hearing former students share how much this school still means to them. Many now bring their own children here. Our campus continues to grow, not only in spirit, but in achievement. Our teachers and staff work with heart and purpose every single day to ensure our students learn and grow. That dedication has led to incredible success, and we are proud to be recognized as an A-rated campus, a reflection of the hard work and commitment of our entire school community. May the dedication of this library in honor of Ms. Lupita Cortez be a reminder that an educator's work echoes through time, shaping and inspiring futures for generations to come. At this time, I am honored to introduce our Executive Director of Communications, Ms. Veronica Castillon. Please help me welcome her.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Bienvenidos. And welcome to the land of Ligers. Yes, that's the mascot here, the Ligers. In the world of education, Lupita Cortez made quite an impression on her colleagues, students, parents, and even in the rest of our community. She set very high standards for herself and everyone in her sphere of influence. I was blessed to know Lupita as we were classmates at Nixon High School and later we were colleagues at LISD. So this is an extra special morning for me. You'll hear more about Lupita Cortez during this morning's ceremony. But first, I ask everyone to please rise for the presentation of colors by the J.W. Nixon High School Junior ROTC Color Guard under the direction of Lieutenant Colonel Benny Fagan.
Forward, march. Stop. Left, face. Freeze and arms.
The national anthem will be performed by Karen De Leon on the violin, and she's also a Nixon High School orchestra student, and she's under the direction of Mr. Jose Zapata. That was beautiful. Thank you so much to Karen De Leon. And now we will have the United States Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Gallego Elementary School students Maite Prado and Guillermo Laure.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Thank you.
Order. Arms. Left. Face. Forward. March.
At this time, I would like to introduce the members of the LISD Board of Trustees, beginning with the President of the LISD Board, the Honorable Juan Ramirez Jr. The Honorable Guadalupe, Vice President of the Board. The Honorable Rodolfo Rudy Morales III. Our Interim Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Guillermo Pro. We have representing the Honorable Henry Cuellar, his congressional aide, Ms. Melissa Peña. We also have representing our sheriff from Webb County, the Honorable Martin Cuellar, is his Commander of Special Operations, Mr. Dennis Garcia. And we're so honored to have former City Councilman, the Honorable Albert Torres. Our first speaker is a proud graduate of Martin High School, a respected member of the community, and a tireless advocate for the students of LISD. So please help me welcome the president of our board, Mr. Juan Ramirez.
Thank you, Ms. Castillon. Good morning to everyone. How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning, good morning. On behalf of the LISD Board of Trustees, we want to welcome everybody here this morning to this amazing and special ceremony to the Cortez family. Thank you so very much. And at this time, I would like to ask our Vice President, Mr. Guadalupe, to join me up here. And before I hand over the mic to our Vice President, once again, thank you so very much. And on behalf of the board, thank you for everything you do. And to the Cortez family, your moms was one of a kind. So thank you so much, and God bless you all. Mr. Lopez.
Thank you. Mr. Ramirez is wearing half of a liger. He has the tiger part, needs the lion part now. We're going to make him a special tie. So when he comes to Gallego, he has the liger on there. Just wait, I'll take a few moments because I'll defer my time to Dr. Cortez, who will speak more eloquently and, of course, more personally about his beloved mother. But it was a great honor when his tia Tere sent me an email asking the naming of this library, and I couldn't be more than glad to say yes. Ms. Tere and I go back to her years at Ryan Elementary. I had my 4 kids attend school there when she was an assistant principal, so I knew her well. And when she sent me that email, I said, of course we can. And I instantly had a flashback to when Ms. Cortez was the principal over at Nixon High School. And today the motto is that Nixon High School is the gold standard. But when she was there, it was like Mustangs lead, others follow. You remember? See, they remember. Mustangs lead, others follow. So thank you very much. I know former Councilman Torres is here. He named a water tank after her. They're on the corner of Meadow and Lion. And so now we follow suit in his good example. So with that, I leave you to her beloved son, Dr. James Cortez.
Well, good morning and welcome. Today we meet again in this wonderful ceremony to celebrate, commemorate, and perpetuate the memory of my late mother, Lupita Cortez. I just want to thank everybody who is here today. We are just completely appreciative and thankful of the presence of everyone here today, with the cheerleaders, the orchestra, the JRCTC, the choir, the students, everybody here today reminds me of the good old days when my mom was here with us. I would like to begin by thanking everyone who helped make this special event possible. Members of the board, Mr. Guadalupe, Mr. Ramirez, Rudy, Dr. Gilberto Martinez, Interim Superintendent Gavin Pro, Veronica Oduño, Gus Perez, and Monica Garcia. I also would like to thank our host for today, Veronica Castellón, Director of Communications, Amber Almanza, who's been very instrumental in orchestrating this event, Assistant Principal Jose Lopez. And finally, for the presentation, Samantha Ricciarelli, who is the fourth generation of the Gallego family, who helped create this presentation of the pictures that we are seeing here today. So his memory continues to live on through all of us. And finally, I would like to introduce members of our family. Members of our family, would you please rise and introduce yourself so we can see who is here today and representative of the family? I'll start with you.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you. My name is Oscar Cortez, and I'm the late husband of Lupita. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Oscar Cortez. This is my lovely wife, Samantha Cortez, as well. And so we obviously are late Lupita Cortez's son and daughter-in-law, right?
Hi, everybody. I'm Christine Cortez. I'm the oldest daughter of Lupita Cortez. Good morning. Thank you all.
Good morning. I'm Leslie Cortez, obviously. Thank you.
Other members of our family, Monica, Chris, Matia, Diana. We also have in the back
Gallego sisters.
Gallego sisters, very good. We have on our back Ricciarellis, Matia Diana, Matia Nora, Gabby, Matia Tere, Blanca, Mateo Neto, and I said to Margie. Oh, did I not? Well, we have a recording, so we can go back and see. Well, everyone, thank you for being here. And I would be remiss if I did not mention my late grandparents, Vicente and Teresa Gutierrez. Our grandmother, the matriarch of the family, passed the baton recently to the next generation. She would have loved to have been here today. We are very thankful for the impact she's made on the family. And last but not least, my late great-grandfather, Don Jose Gallego, who it was such an honor to carry his name. Growing up, I'd work at, visit, read, and pass by different buildings, college, high school, medical school. Wherever we go, we see, oh, this building is named so-and-so, this campus is named so-and-so. And I was wondering to myself, what good does someone have to do to be commemorated? For when we speak their names, these individuals live on and they continue to exist. Gallego Elementary School. Every time someone says Don Jose Gallego Elementary School, his name continues to live through our hearts. And so I'm wondering to myself, what special characteristics would allow this immortality to be bestowed upon a member of our community? These great individuals, they've invested some portion of their fortunes, time, or represented the pinnacle of humanity and mastered the same qualities that we admire, respect, back then, now, and in the future. Well, today, our family is quite blessed to witness the renaming of a library of a school named after a legend to someone known as a force of nature in her own right, and granddaughter of said legend, Lupita Cortez. Remember in 1918, that is 107 years ago, that my great-grandfather said, there's not enough, we don't have a lot of education opportunities for our kids here. And he said, I would like to donate 2 plots of land so that education could be passed on and bestowed to others. That land would be used to build the elementary school, Don Jose, or Buenos Aires Elementary, named back then. And it would be subsequently named Don Jose Gallego Elementary School. His generosity has helped change the lives of generations of Laredoans. We know many people who've gone through Gallego Elementary School who have went on and had successful careers, who've made an impact in the lives of others. And this memory and generosity perpetuates today with our new generation of students who are here, who will be the leaders of tomorrow, who will make an impact, and who will change the world. I really wonder what a conversation with my great-grandfather would have been like today. Don Jose Gallego led a successful life. He had wonderful children, career, and community. He had Jorge, Maria Luisa, Blanca, Margarita, Raul, Jaime, and Teresita. He raised very hardworking children who would pass on the ideas of education, leadership, community, and success. And these same ideas would be passed down to our late mother, Lupita Cortez, who would embody these very traits and dedicate herself wholly as a mother, educator, wife, and leader. She served the district of LISD for 36 years. She was a teacher and assistant principal at Memorial Middle School. She was a master teacher and assistant principal there as well. She was a district-wide language arts coordinator, assistant principal, and principal. She led Dovalina Elementary, Kristen Middle School, J.W. Nixon High School, and Don Jose Gallego. She participated in many school programs, and she spent many years on the Elite Talent Show. Speaking of school spirit, she was the cheerleader coach at Memorial Middle School. She loved pep rallies. And at football games, I could never remember her sitting down. She was always walking up and down the sideline, ready to give the coach a play if he needed to get the team back on court. She wore school spirits all throughout her career. Anytime she could go to a game, she would come all decked out in Nixon gear. She'd come out all decked out in Don Jose Gallego gear. She really loved it. She really embodied someone who was the representative of that campus. She immersed herself fully in whatever she did and in the students that she talked to. She loved playing dress up at school, and she really loved the Minions. I think at one point her bedroom was all decked out with Minions pillows, blankets. I mean, she had the works. But she did it because her kids loved it, and because her kids loved it, she did too. Now, when she was not at games, she took her job seriously. She was always the first one there. I don't know if y'all remember, but there was this, I think it was Channel 2, it's a Catholic channel, and at 6:30, 6 a.m. in the morning, you would turn on, or she would turn on, and it would play a Catholic Mass. She didn't have to be at work, I suppose, until 8, but she always wanted to be there before 7. So because she was there before 7, we were there before 7. And when we wouldn't wake up, she would open that channel and play it. And I learned a lot of prayers. I learned a lot about religion through her. So she was killing 2 birds with 1 stone. She was often the last to leave. She never wanted to leave until everything was taken care of. She wanted to make sure that everybody had their questions answered, that all students, that all staff, that everybody was doing well. She believed in setting the example from the top down. She did not want to say, I'm going to pass these expectations onto you and not follow them myself. And though she was the consummate professional, she was always approachable. I don't think she liked reggaeton very much before she started some parts of her career, but she really developed a fondness for it. I would hear her playing it, and I said, "What are you doing, Mom?" And she's like, "Well, the kids like it." And so she really liked it. And it was, I guess we all sort of become to like it as well. She never treated anyone less or different, whether they were a straight A student or they had just come back from in-school suspension. She always treated everybody the same. She would sit by her students, talk with them. She would get to know who they were. And I think students really appreciated that. And she made a difference in everyone's lives. That doesn't mean she wasn't scary. Those of us who remember her death stare. When she looked at you that way, you know what was coming. But she was also funny. During Christmas time, whenever her children would misbehave, she came up with a song for us. And the song said, "Christmas is coming and you are getting nothing." She could take a joke, and she could give a joke. She would always be, and something I remember also is she always laughed when something happened to me. If I flipped or fell, or if I slid the wrong way on a pole, I mean, she would laugh for hours. I mean, it was like watching a comedy movie for her. She was quite funny. But despite this, she was very methodical in how she handled every issue. She acted by the book, and never once did she sacrifice her integrity. No matter the consequence, she never sacrificed her integrity. She always kept true to herself. And I wish that was a quality that all of us can continue to embody. And she never flinched in the face of any person, challenge, physical ailment. She never acted scared. I mean, maybe she was, but if she was, she never told us. She was a strong lady. She was a strong, fierce, powerful lady. Her many years of support and recognition to her craft garnered her strong support among the community. Christine, you'll remember, every time we would go to maybe a band PTA meeting or a school PTA meeting, somehow my mom would end up getting nominated for some position, even if an election wasn't happening. People respected her, and they admired and sought her leadership and her counsel. And to us, her children, she was loving, dedicated, and loyal. Her idea of a good time on a weekend was laying in bed, watching the Lifetime movie network. She dedicated her entire self to her family when she was not at school. She was the bond that held our family together. She helped give us such a magical childhood. And probably one of the best childhoods that we could experience. She taught us about loyalty, discipline, and hard work. She was always there for us. And her, along with my father, never let us down. As a leader, I remember many meetings at campuses, on weekends, at nights, in the library, watching her interact with other professionals, discuss great issues about campus, issues ESL, and the like, and it was so mesmerizing to be with her. And for this, and many more reasons, the memory of my mother continues to live on in our hearts, minds, and souls. And I will conclude with this. Even though our mother's not here with us today, the lessons that she taught us are continued to be practiced. The lessons that she's taught our students and her staff continue to be practiced. And as long as these lessons continue to be practiced, she'll always be with us. Thank you again for everyone who made this event very special to us.
Thank you, Dr. Cortez. I have to brag on him. He was our intern in the Office of Communications for 2 summers in a row. He told me he wanted to go into communications, but he decided to become a doctor. And now he's chief of staff at the Gallego Medical Center. And last year he was named a Mustang Regiment. Very deserving. Thank you, Dr. Cortez. I also want to make sure I introduce the campus principals who are joining us here this morning. Campus principals, please rise. Most of our principals are here. And I also have here members of the superintendent's cabinet. Please also rise and be recognized. And I know there's a bunch of teachers who used to work with Lupita Cortez. You all were very blessed. Thank you for being here. Our next speaker has been at the helm of LISD since this past summer, and I would like to welcome him to Gallego Elementary, our interim superintendent, Mr. Guillermo Pro.
Good morning. Good morning. So I have a very unique story about Ms. Cortez. First of all, I loved her to death, and we fought a lot because she was my boss. So let me tell you what I learned from her. You are so right that she lives on in my head every day. And let me tell you why. So I became an assistant principal. I was fortunate enough to go back to my alma mater, which is Nixon High School. And I was just in awe. I was just so happy to be there, like, wow, Nixon. And I caught myself looking around and, Mr. Pro, yes? Yes, Mr. Pro, come over here. And I got the death stare. What are you doing, Mr. Pro? Nothing? Well, that's the point. Let's go. So boom, I followed her. And I said, okay, we're going. And she was walking, she was walking like this. Like walking, almost. So the first thing I learned from her is don't stop and stare. Action, okay? Action. So I learned from her cafeteria duty. I learned from her, I'm serious, cafeteria duty, and to monitor and how to talk to kids, because she did have a great rapport with the kids. They all respected her. Nobody messed with Miss Cortez. Now, I'm 6'2", 250. Back then, I was 6'2", before Manjaro, I was 6'2", 300. Okay? So I was a big man. And they were more scared of Miss Cortez than me, because she had a presence. And despite the presence of fear, it wasn't fear, it was respect. They respected her because at lunchtime, we would sit outside her office. And I'm going to say something before I leave about this library and Ms. Cortez, and it's a good one. So we would sit outside, and that's where the students would come. They would hang around Ms. Cortez, and they wanted to hear her. And she'd be like, and I thought she was talking to me, right? No, she's talking to the kids. And the kids would play music, they would hang around, and every lunchtime, the good, the bad, and the ugly were there. And we were there with Ms. Cortez. And she was leading us, and she wasn't lying when she said, Mustangs lead, others follow. She was leading. From the very minute I got to that campus, I quickly understood what it meant, what dress code meant. Because she not only enforced the dress code, she enforced the spirit of the dress code. After the first week of monitoring, and I was there at 7. At 7, and she was checking. Mr. Pro, where are you? I'm here. Where? Behind you. Oh, okay. Let's go. And she was checking. And it wasn't because it wasn't mean. She expected excellence. She expected it. So I learned from her, expectation is key. I learned from her that action is better than any position. Okay? Leadership is action, not position. And I also learned from her that you have to have a heart and talk to kids. She won over the kids of Nixon by her actions. And Leslie can tell you, because she was there as a student with her mom, probably one of the hardest jobs to have as a student. Your mom's the principal. Ew, no. She was actually thriving in that environment because her mom made that school thrive. And she made Nixon High School live. Have you seen the movie The Shining? Okay, like the opposite, the good type of shining. That school was shining with love, respect, expectation, and action. I learned those awesome qualities from her because I was a very green, pun intended, right? Green administrator. It was my 5th year, but it must have really been my first because she really opened my eyes to what it meant to lead. She was leading. And the way she led that campus, I have to tell you, she led her family with the help of her husband, very loving husband, whom she spoke about all the time. I was in the room where nobody was there, and she was talking about him. And you know what she talked about? Her kids. She was so proud of her kids. And it was like a brag. People would come over and, oh, how you doing, Ms. Cortez? My son, is better than your son. My daughter, better than your daughter. Not like that, but it kind of was. And the legacy that Lupita Cortez is leaving and has left, she left a lifelong impression on my mind and on my heart. But think about it, folks. Right down the street, you go down Lion Street. That's where the house is. A doctor, 2 attorneys, a school administrator. No cualquiera. No cualquiera. I've said this before, I'm going to say it here. Muchos quieren, no todos alcanzan. As a parent, she did not allow or let her responsibilities of showing up at 7 and leaving at 7 from being a mom and doing for her kids. That's the greatest legacy anybody can leave. So, believe me, as you sit here and you look at all these books, what a tribute. How fitting that the library be dedicated to her. I feel her here. And there's only one thing missing. We need to put a chair in the corner. A chair that no one will ever sit in. As a symbol that she's here with us. Because at every meeting, she sat away. Not to be antisocial, but to observe, to look, to learn. And what I learned from her is that you don't need to be in the middle and make it about you to make it. Your mom lives on. She will never die because she left an impression here. And now that we've named this library after her, so fitting, in the school that comes from your family, I'm very humbled to have told you that I knew her, I fought with her, and I loved her. Congratulations for everything that your family has brought, and I know that this library is going to prepare the future Lupita Cortezes of the world. We need more of those. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Poe. It just occurred to me when I was listening to James and Mr. Pro that had she gone into the military, Lupita Cortez would have been a general. Okay, all right, so at this time we're going to unveil the portrait and the plaque which will forever grace the Guadalupe Lupita Cortez Library here at Don Jose Gallego Elementary School. So I'm going to ask our trustees, Mr. Pro, Ms. Almanza, Ms. Almanza, Mr. Cortez, and Dr. Cortez, and Leslie, and Christine, and Oscar, please join us up front. Will everybody in the audience please join us in the countdown for the unveiling?